Most of the time, I love being single. I am very comfortable being single, but tonight I hung out with friends and I had a great time. And then I was driving home and I started feeling this like wave of depression and anxiety. And I wasn't really sure what it was related to or where it was stemming from. And then I got home and I felt like just so sad and lonely. And I walked into my empty apartment and I thought, God, I wish that I had someone who could just hold me right now. Like, I wish that I had someone who could just take care of me because I have to take care of myself every single day and it's fucking exhausting. And I just want someone to take care of me every now and then.
This is a self-inflicted loneliness. Her standards are so high that majority of men are disqualified from being a suitable partner. Men's loneliness and women's loneliness are very distinct. As a man, you have to go out there. You have to convince the world of your value. You have to convince a woman that you're worthy of her in order for her to give you her time. You have to convince everybody of your utility and usefulness. But for women, all they do is choose. They sit there and pick from the winners at the finish line. They're definitely feeling the loneliness epidemic, but in a very unique way. They have a lot of options, but they don't know who to choose. This is what happens when hypergamy, hypersexualization, and hookup culture all collide in one go with all the options abundant from the digital age that we're living in. They go on the dating apps, they meet a guy that is 10 times above them in value, and now they don't want to settle for any less. She only deserves to catch those kind of men. She will never lower the bar. This is how women operate. They constantly get a man that's slightly better than the next one. When they hit the wall, that's when women enter the epiphany phase where they decide to try and settle down. They begin to realize that younger and more desirable women will always exist, causing them to question their own sexual market value, recognizing their difficulty in competing with younger women and the prospect of being lonely. They end up choosing someone out of convenience, fear of being alone, or a sense of resignation rather than genuine love or compatibility. So this leads to dissatisfaction and resentment in the relationship, as she may feel unfulfilled or missing out on a more fulfilling connection, which may ultimately lead to divorce.
I just came to the realization why I'm single. Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive, I see their wives and they just look like so like, you know, like not like this, just like, you know, like, I pretend my tattoos are gone. Like, that's why guys don't want to wife me up. I thought these men wanted, like, you know, big, strong, tough girls. I own my own business. I'm covered in tattoos. I'm a little spazzy, but that's okay. We embrace it. But yeah, I don't think any guy's gonna wife me up because I can't take me seriously.
Men outright refuse to accept the simple fact that most of them are born with value, and depending on looks, that value is significantly increased. Whereas men have to earn their value by earning their place in society and becoming successful, which takes a lot of time, effort, commitment, and sacrifice. While women are living it up in their early years, getting attention, and never having to really work for anything, men are treated as an afterthought. But time is the one that determines the winner. While women's beauty fades over time along with their value, men whom have spent all their time building themselves up are able to reap the rewards. Also, let's not forget that years ago, people treated younger ladies nicer and with flattery, most commonly in the Western culture, and they treated older women with more respect. In fact, decades ago, younger females couldn't wait to join the older women's ranks, which included being wives and mothers, which was respectable. Only in recent times, due to feminism, pop culture, and cultural changes, which marketed women a delusion of immortality and self-entitlement, has kept a lot of women in a childlike fantasy mindset. What some few modern-day women don't understand is that life changes when you age. Marriages change, people change, the world changes. If you think life at 30 will be like life at 20, you will definitely suffer. If you think marriage at the start is the way it is always going to be, you will suffer. You need to evolve, change, grow, and improve. It is like having a successful business, but then never reinvesting in it, never adapting to market changes, and never seeking to improve. It doesn't turn out well. Talking about invisibility, most men are invisible to women, and none of them complain about it. It is a fact, and we deal with it. These ladies thought they had collateral that they no longer had and got kicked to the curb. Now they have to face the reality of the wall and old age and can't deal with it. Also, I've always noticed that those who ignored other people when they were in their prime get ignored when they're past their prime. It's sort of what goes around comes around, and yes, it sucks. Thank you for watching. Kindly give us a like and subscribe. Don't forget to share your opinion with us.